Coach Nick?
Good evening, everybody. How you guys doing? Good, good. Obviously, this time a couple of days ago, I didn't think I was going to be sitting here. But in life, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. A lot of adversity in the world. So, this is a tough situation for everybody. But right now, uh, my responsibility I'm charged with the responsibility of getting these young men focused for the task at hand, which is the NCAA tournament on Friday. I feel confident that this staff can lead these young men to, even in these challenging times, can lead them to where they want to be. They've had a great year. These guys have earned the right to be here. Uh, Darius Days has had an unbelievable career. This is his third straight NCAA tournament. Would have been four, I think, if not for COVID. So he's done a unbelievable job of being the leader this year. He's earned the right with the other guys, the young guys. We have a really young team. We have the youngest team in the SEC, one of the youngest teams in the country. So this team is, obviously they were heartbroken, but these guys are resilient. They know the task at hand, and we're gonna love them up, and we're gonna make sure that they know that at the end of the day, adversity will bring us together, bring us closer. We'll play together. We'll play for LSU. We'll play for their families, and more importantly, we'll play with integrity and play with character. And I can promise you that we'll go out and we're gonna play for LSU. We're gonna play for those letters on our front of our jerseys. Those guys are committed to that. They're excited about this opportunity. My staff is excited about this opportunity. Uh, uh, this is easy for us. I mean, this is what we do. This basketball is what we do. So yes, it's been a tough couple of days, but at the end of the day, you're asking us to go out and play basketball, and we've been very successful this year playing basketball. So uh, uh, I'm excited. I know the kids are excited. They've earned the right to be here, and I think they'll do an unbelievable job representing the university, even in such a unique and uh, special, unique situation, but more importantly, a special opportunity. Not a lot of teams get to go dance. Not a lot of teams get to go to the NCAA tournament. So you got some guys who get a chance to go play in the tournament, get a chance to go play a very talented Iowa State team. We're gonna get prepared like normal. We don't have to make a lot of changes from a team that's won a lot of games. You know, uh, this team is gonna be ready to play, and we're gonna go out. We're gonna play with heart. We're gonna play with passion, but more importantly, we're gonna play for our school. And that's all I can. That's my statement. So, any questions?
Nick, when did y'all tell the players, and then how did they take it? And also, how will it go? I know when Will was out with COVID last year, y'all had to do a lot of scrambling. How will the logistics go? Who will take over on the bench, etc.?
We found out yesterday. I mean, and we talked to the team, and obviously, you're talking about young men. You're talking about young men who put everything they can into 6, 7 a.m. practices, into lifting weights and the running, and to being successful. Not everyone can have successful years. This team has had some up and downs this year. We started 15-1, and we had some injuries, and again, like I said, we're the youngest team in the SEC. There's some young kids. We have a lot of young kids on this team, and they've gone out and dealt with adversity throughout the year with injuries and other things. And like I told them, a couple years ago, my father died during the season. Sharif O'Neal's grandfather died 2 days ago. He missed a game. These guys have had to deal with a lot of adversity. We have a lot of the guys who have had to deal with things in their life. As you get older, you have to deal with adversity. That's part of life. And this was a tough situation for them. I'm not going to down. It was tough, but they did a good job of receiving information. Scott and the president, talked with them as well, and they by the end of yesterday, they were locked in and focused on, excited about the selection show today, and going out and find out who we're going to play. You know, Vern Hamilton is going to move in the assistant role, as well as Brandon Chambers, and nothing else is going to really change. I mean, we may make a couple adjustments here and there, but that's just based on who we're playing. And these guys have been very successful. So.
Can you give us a timeline of yesterday? I mean, did you find out yesterday, or did you find out when you got back? Just kind of give us a timeline of when you found out, or the staff found out, and then the timeline when the players were told, and then the timeline when, Scott talked to them.
Well, obviously, I'm here to talk about our team and the NCAA tournament. I mean, I'm sure you can uh, communicate with the administration on things like that. I mean, we told them yesterday. We told them yesterday when we got back, and we prepared to go out and play now. I mean, I'm unbelievably locked in. I've been coaching for a long time. I was a head coach for a long time. I've been an assistant for a long time. So, I'm locked in on what I do and what these guys do best, which is coach and play basketball.
Coach, obviously this is what you guys work for all year, and it's supposed to be the most fun, exciting time of the year. You kind of spoke about it, but do you think the guys will bounce back from the heartache of losing Coach Wade and get excited and really embrace this challenge?
I hope so. I hope so. Obviously you never know until you throw the ball up. I mean, they were very excited about finding out who we play. We did some. I just left the gym just now. We just walked through some things. I think we're gonna have a spirited practice tomorrow, and again, until a lot of these guys haven't been in the tournament before. I probably if not our best, one of our best players, Tari Easton's never been to the NCAA tournament. We have a lot of guys who haven't been to the NCAA tournament. This is all new. And like I said, I don't want to keep saying it, but it's the reality. We are the youngest team in the SEC, one of the youngest teams in the country. We're putting two freshmen out there to start the game and bringing freshmen and sophomores off the bench who've never played an NCAA tournament game against a very experienced team. So I'm hoping that that this may motivate them to play for the LSU, play for their families, and give them a reason to play more than they would have had anyway. We're going to definitely go out there and put them in a position to be successful. I mean, I don't think it could have been laid out any better by Scott and IED to those young men. And again, this is a unique opportunity for them, and they understand what's in front of them, and I think they will go out and perform.
Coach, you've been a head coach before, and do you think with the process as it's been from yesterday moving forward, do you think that adds a little bit of stability to this team amidst all of this chaos right now?
I hope so. The last interim head coach, here won 2 games, so I got a lot of pressure on me. But no, I mean it's when you have talent, things are better. I mean, I wish we had a little bit more experience for the tournament, but we knew that even last week going into the tournament. We knew that this team has had some ups and downs, and the one thing we don't lack talent, but we do lack experience. So, we're gonna rely on Pinson and Days and those and to lead these young guys and even lead Tari. I mean, this is new for him. He was today. I mean, he's more excited than me than everyone in the room. I mean, and this is a kid who's a very talented kid. I mean, so sometimes you forget how these guys are just kids. They're kids who love basketball. This is not what they signed up for. They signed up to come play basketball at LSU. So I'm going to make sure that they're focused on that, and I'm going to let them enjoy this opportunity, enjoy this experience, and we're going to deposit everything we possibly can into them.
Hey, Kevin, 2 questions. One, real quickly, did Coach Wade speak to the team? Has he spoken to the team?
No.
Okay. Second of all, a lot of us on the outside think of the distractions and all that stuff, but having, as you said, you have a young team, having worked with young people for a long time, they're more resilient than we give them credit for sometimes. Your experience, what does that tell you about how a team can deal with a situation like this?
Like I said, they are very resilient. I mean, a lot more than me. I mean, like I said, I mean, you got guys like Sharif O'Neal who went to a viewing for his grandfather and came back to this, so he's dealing with this, and he's out here today, and he's getting focused to play. You got guys who are dealing with different situations and the things that you have to. I'm not sure. I'm 57, so I can't remember how it was when I was 18 or 19. But it's a long time ago for me. But I can't imagine some of the things they have to deal with off the court, social media, all the things they have to deal with, and still focus on playing basketball. So our job is to make them focus on the task at hand, which is to go out and win a game against Iowa State.
Yeah, Kevin, I know you've leaned on Darius Days all year for leadership, but he's the only guy on this team who's been through this exact scenario before. I mean, how much can you lean on him for that? And because he was on the freshman team, he was a freshman when all this happened the first time.
He was the first person I talked with, first player I met with last night, and I'm going to lean on him a lot. I mean, because, again, it's easier for me to get the attention of guys because they know I've been a head coach. A lot of the guys I recruited, so they know I have a relationship with them, you know. So, and the same is for Darius. Darius has been through this before. So I asked him to speak to the team, and he spoke to the team, and he's going to continue to mentor these kids and prepare them for this moment. I mean, again, they call it a shining moment for a reason. This is a moment, and I think Darius has been through it. I think he's very prepared to prepare these young guys for this moment.
Yeah, Coach. How do you prepare yourself for this opportunity, considering that it was all so sudden?
Don't look at the 600 text messages I got, and don't go on social media, and just lock in on them and love them up, and know that try to understand what they're going through, the mixed emotions, and yes, this is just 1 week, and I know for them that next week could be totally different for them, but we have this week, we have this moment, and I've asked them to lock in and focus on this week. That's all we can control. See, next week we can't control. Nobody can control next week. They can control this week. I can control this week. We as a team can control this week. So we're going to control this week, how we prepare, how we come together, how we go out and represent LSU.
And this late in the season, teams usually are who they are at this point. Is there any chance you throw in any wrinkles schematically or rotation-wise?
I'll keep that to myself, just in case somebody from Iowa State is looking. I mean, obviously, we'll look at them and see what they do, and something we may be able to hurt them with or take advantage of. But obviously, I haven't had a chance. I watched a couple of minutes of them before I walked into practice. I'm mad at Joe Lenardi and them for being wrong on most of the teams we thought we were going to play. So we were definitely looking at some of the wrong teams, but we'll be ready. I mean, we don't have to play until Friday, so we have some time. We have some time.
Coach Brad Davis was in your shoes just a few months ago. I'm just curious if you've talked to him and if he's given you any advice.
No, I haven't. I probably need to give him a call. Like I said, I've stayed away from my phone, but as much as possible. But again, like I said, I'm the first to say this is not unique to me. I'm not the first interim coach in America, so no one's going to feel sorry for me. Iowa State's not going to feel sorry for me. Iowa State's not going to feel sorry for our players. I just told them just now, no one's going to feel sorry for us. We got to go out and we got to play. We got to compete. We are talented. We have guys in there with great integrity, great character, guys who believe in each other, guys who love each other. We'll be fine. I mean, I'm going to be with them. I tell them I'm with you guys, win or lose, I'm with you guys. And I trust that, we're going to go out and give a great effort.
Coach, aside from actually playing a game in an NCAA tournament, what's the biggest thing that you have to plan for when you've got a team that hasn't experienced it a lot? Is it the schedule, the day-to-day stuff, the environment? Like, what specifically do you have to prepare for?
Just the new roles for our staff, and obviously a new role for me. Obviously, I'm familiar with it, and the good thing is that, again, I know this system pretty well. I've been a part of it for a couple of years. We ran a lot of this stuff before, so that's not new to me. I think the biggest adjustment, biggest new thing for us is going to be honest with you, is that these guys get used to playing in a game that's one and done. We've always had another chance. We've always had another meeting. We've always had another time to talk to them. This is it. This is win or go home. And a lot of these guys haven't been. They don't understand, the pressure. It was COVID last year. For some of the sophomores, this is going to be in front of fans. This is going to be with media. This is going to be. Can you get away from your family for a moment? Can you get off social media? Can you eliminate as many distractions as possible? That's a lot to ask. Can you put that Xbox down for a night? We'll see. But if anybody has Brad's number, can you send it to me, please?
Hey, Coach, you kind of touched on it a little bit right here. Just what does the schedule look like, I guess, this week preparing for the tournament later this weekend? Have you had a chance to sit down and kind of outline what you want to do?
Yeah, we'll practice. We plan for Thursday and Friday, so we'll get on the floor a couple times tomorrow. We'll get ready for film. We won't change anything we've done in the past. We'll prepare. We were one of the best. We prepared probably one of the best prepared teams in the country all year. So we won't change a lot of that. It's system. I grew up coaching in, so I understand what we have to do to prepare these guys to give them the best chance to win. So we'll get on the floor a couple times. We'll watch some film. We'll do something as a team. We'll try to create some atmosphere as much as we can in the gym. Put some adversity in the gym as much as we can. Create some situations where we're up or we're down. And we'll put together some situations if it's late game, so they know. Get used to my voice. They need to get used to my voice. So that's the biggest thing. Getting used to my voice. 4 days, get used to my voice.
Yeah, Kevin, can you share, I guess, some of Darius's message to the team?
I didn't go in.
Okay, he just asked to speak.
I asked him to speak, and he said he would do it. And his message to the team is his message. I try to stay out, team, they, like I said, they're resilient. They figured it out and they listened to him. He's done a lot of winning. I'm not sure where he stands as far as winning it in LSU, but he's won a lot of games since he's been here. So they respect him. They'll listen to him. And obviously by him talking with them, it gives me an easier way to pivot in and talk to him as well. Because he's already cleared the way. I told him, Darius, I need you to be my fullback. Go in there and clear the way. I'm not that fast, but if you give me a hole, I can run through it. So hopefully he's cleared the way, and I'll run through it this week.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.